Hello everyone and good morning. Welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. My name is Lysander Xanthus. I am a clairvoyant, psychic, and energy healer, and this is your weekly source for the astrology, a reading to provide guidance, joyfulness, tips, and kitchen witch tips. So thank you for joining us today. So we're going to get right into things. And we're going to be starting with, is it the astrology? Yes, the astrology for the week ahead. Let's take a look.
Hello everyone, welcome to This Week in Astrology. This is for July 20th to the 26th. So starting on Monday, there is a new moon this day in Cancer. And this day is going to be a little uncomfortable energetically due to the aspects, and it's really encouraging us to kind of look within, and there's an opportunity to derive power from being aware of what your feelings mean. So admit the discomfort. Don't just push them away or kind of go about your day. Take a moment to think about what your feelings mean on a deeper level to better set you up for the week ahead. It's going to serve you really well, learning to be present even when it doesn't feel all that great. There's a lot of powerful energy right now. Tuesday is a intensely uncomfortable energy, and there's going to be an inclination, instead of addressing your personal problems, to pour your energy into other people and even to cling. We have an intense need for things to have meant something. That could apply in different ways, maybe to relationships or situations or jobs or ideas you have. That may create more conflict or internal discomfort that day. So again, be present with yourself and just pay attention to yourself, examine, think about what your feelings mean. And realize it's okay to feel that way, but realize that's your feeling and not whatever it is you're clinging to having inherent meaning. Wednesday, the sun moves into Leo. And so this sets us up for the entire month ahead, Leo season, where what's being illuminated and highlighted during this time is us, the self. And there's a potential for our strength and dignity and our kind of personal divinity and what's good about us to be highlighted. Of course, every sign has its own polarity, so it will also highlight potentially your deepest insecurities, where you're prideful, where you're stubborn as well. So it's an excellent opportunity to really come into the self. The energy this week is really pushing us to center in ourselves. And Wednesday, the other energy is encouraging us to lean into our deeper knowing, to put down our roots. The energy this week is interesting because it's encouraging us to change and turn things over, but also put down our roots deeper. And really that just means being really clear about yourself and what you're feeling right now. So through the end of the week, there is more uncomfortable energy, and again, just sort of write it out, be present to yourself. Through the weekend, we gain clarity about what it is we need to release, what needs to change, and what needs to happen to make the changes that we've been pushed into making all year long. And the weekend, the advice is, it's like we really want things to stay the same. We're longing for harmony, for balance, for our lives to continue as they have been, but it's important to accept that these changes need to be made and things won't ever be the same again. And that's what we need as individuals in our individual situations. And that's what all the aspects are really pointing to, is the moon aspects, specifically Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto throughout the week. So we come to the end of the week, the moon finally moves into Scorpio, setting our internal selves up, our emotional selves up into a transformative space. Anything we're feeling will intensify. But again, this year is a year of great change. So that's the astrology for this week. And Thanks for watching.
Here we go. Oh, hello there. I'd like to say hello to Dante and Victoria and Samantha, and of course anyone else who's present. It's just who commented, so I don't know the rest of your names.
Hey everybody.
All right, so I hope this astrology was helpful to you. I know it can be kind of a mouthful, but I assure you that the energy is quite intensive and it's good to take note. So next we are going to be moving into our Kitchen Witch tip, done of course by the Kitchen Witch.
Woo-hoo.
Good morning, everyone. I'm the Kitchen Witch, and I am here with your spiritual lifestyle tip of the week. I'm sure you've noticed I've got incense in my hand. Incense is an amazing tool, and it doesn't matter what your poison is. Any kind of smoke is going to give you a really excellent clearing sort of result in your home. But what's excellent about incense is also that the qualities within your incense stick can do a number of fantastic things to boost the energy in your home, giving you the effect that you want. So right now, I'm using strawberry. Strawberries are a fantastic symbol of abundance, as well as being associated to things like love. So by using an incense that has a strawberry essential oil or infusement in it, you're going to be spreading that strawberry energy around. Some of my favorite incenses to use to fill a space with a little extra energy are Nag Champa, amber, and of course frankincense. These things are all fantastic for abundance, protection, and general well-being. So, I bet you're wondering, how do you bless your home with incense? What I recommend doing is going to every single window and door and going around them to create a perimeter. So you're going to do that by going up, over, and around. If you are doing this with the intention of protecting, sealing, and infusing that space with your positive energy, you'll find that you don't need any kind of spell work, words, or otherwise. It's enough to just keep that presence of thought in mind as you go through. I then like to line the walls all the way around, ensuring that that smoke kind of covers everything. And then never forget to encircle the center of every room. The center of your room is almost always going to be right where your light is. So right where your light is, encircling, making sure that that spreads through the room, and never forget the floor. Ceiling to floor, ceiling to floor. Basically, because of the magic of smoke, you're going to fill that entire space without having to go through the trouble of covering every single inch. It'll spread out. So keep your intention in mind. Peace, harmony, love, joy, hope, blessings, well wishes, whatever it might be. And I recommend you do it at least once a week, 3 times a week if you're savvy, and once a day if you know what's good for you. I am the Kitchen Witch, and I hope that this little tip brings a little extra magic into your life. Have a beautiful day.
Well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that tip from the Kitchen Witch about bringing a little more intention and magic into your daily life. Cleaning your home, super important. Okay, so next we are going to be moving into our reading for the week. So this reading is intended to give you a little insight and guidance into the following week. This week's reading comes from the I Ching.
Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly reading. This week I am reading from the I Ching. The I Ching is an ancient Chinese oracle. It was created to encapsulate all the possible scenarios that could ever happen and sort of the natural movements of the universe, the world. So this week, the hexagram or symbol that came up from I Ching is fellowship. So this week ahead, you are encouraged to notice the labels, ideologies, and stances that you're holding that create conflict between you and others, that create separation. If you persist in these things, the I Ching advises that it will create more difficulties for you, more struggles, not just in like a literal way, but energetically will cause more blocks. Fellowship is about unity. So it's really advising you to remember your connectedness to all of humanity and the goals of humanity, remembering we're all in this together, as well as remembering spiritually you're connected to the whole. No matter the many ways that we may separate ourselves, we're all one. And when you open yourself up to this idea, you will also open up the energy in your life and experience more peace overall, as well as facilitate situations in your life. So that's the advice from the I Ching this week.
Haha, can you hear me now?
Right, we did strip all the audio from everything.
Sorry, guys. Ta-da! We'll start over.
So I'm joined by the Kitchen Witch for the Joyfulness Living Tip, and she's going to be sharing this affirmation card with you.
Right. Sorry about that, everybody. Normally I pre-record the joyfulness, and this week I didn't get time.
And there's settings and tech stuff.
Tech stuff. So, technical error. My apologies. It's my fault. So, this week's joyfulness thought comes from the Universe Has Your Back Oracle deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. And this is the beautiful card that was drawn. There we go. And the words are there on the screen for you to see. I witness the darkness and call on the light. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. The joyfulness thought this week comes from the idea that even though the world is dealing with a crisis and there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of things going on, anxieties are running high, we're trapped at home, we're wearing masks, it's all very, very terrifying. And when we take a moment to remember that the universe is always looking out for us, we can remember that this is an opportunity to learn something, not just as individuals, but as a world, and all the people within it as a whole. This experience has the opportunity to bring us closer together or drive us further apart, which plays very strongly into the I Ching reading for the week, which is the idea of unity. So my joyfulness thought this week is to perceive this time of fear and difficulty through the lens or through the eyes of the teacher of love. The universe is teaching us to love each other and have more compassion, more sympathy. Reach for that unity. Remember that you're not alone. So take this affirmation with you into your week ahead, and remember that at the end of the day, it's all about the way that you perceive the events happening in the world around you. Not what is happening, but how you see it. And when you choose to see it from a more positive standpoint, it can affect not only the way that you live your life, but the way that you encourage those around you to live theirs.
From togetherness, not separateness.
Togetherness, not separateness. Absolutely. So that's the joyfulness thought, everybody. Please feel free to copy that affirmation and have a beautiful week.
All right. So that has been our Joyful Living Tip. So that concludes another episode of the Morning Metaphysical Report. Thanks so much for joining us and for sharing your presence. And I hope that all this information serves you well in the week ahead. So, is there anything else you want?
Thanks for sponsoring us.
Oh, yes. I would like to thank everyone, of course, who watches the video and shares this video across the internet each week. And a big thank you to our patrons on Patreon for allowing MMR to continue to grow and evolve. There are a lot of big changes ahead, and in fact, we'll have an additional the words are just falling away. It's like a C word. Someone who contributes also to the show.
Another contributor, another host. We're looking forward to that.
So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all again next Monday. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.